Brewmaster Monks in patch 10.2.5. My friends, tanking monks, time to revisit the build, time to update you, my friends, on what is currently working for monks and that kind of stuff. I'm Gyro, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, like the video, subscribe, you know the drill. Before we keep going and talking about this monk of mine that I have not visited for a very long time, let me just very quickly mention that I'm very proud that this video is sponsored by Into the AM, the awesome graphic design team that are selling cool print shirts online. If you want to look cool, there you go. You can get some shirts cheaply. Check my links in the description of this video. Support the channel, support yourself. That's the most important thing. Support yourself and look better even if you live in your mom's basement. To recap, kind of to explain, to remind you how I play, in case you're new here and you haven't seen my earlier guides and earlier videos on monks specifically, I pursue several things. First of all, I play tanks. I play tanks, all tanks. Yeah, I love tanks. Secondly, I try to reduce the number of buttons, extra buttons to press. And as you know, monk is known for many buttons, too many buttons almost for my liking, okay? So I try to simplify my builds, even if it means losing some, maybe usually minor DPS and maybe utility or some of these kind of things. So I typically opt into the fewer buttons, the more passively I sustain myself, the better for all my tanks, monk included, okay? Secondly, I am not pushing too high. I'm not trying to squeeze out every extra little utility that you need in, I don't know, Mythic plus 10, Mythic plus 15. Not my problem. Not my problem at all. Might be yours, so make amends and changes to this build according to your particular needs. So yeah, but with that in mind, let's take a look at what's most important over here. Most important thing is you take the monk points passive towards the point of where you're getting summon Black Ox statue. Black Ox statue, as simplistic as it is, it's very good for you to throw ahead of yourself and to start getting attention of the mobs, especially the loose mobs that you may not reach for the next few seconds. So, but getting that Black Ox statue generating threat on the group of enemies, it certainly is going to make the life of your dungeon group a little bit easier, especially if you're a beginner or a casual who doesn't work too hard, doesn't want to work too hard or push too hard in the game. Mate, I don't judge, I play exactly like you do, okay? So Black Ox statue is fantastic. What it also is good for is that if you're questing, if you're doing something in the world, whatever else, and you simply want to distract the mobs as you run by, you don't want attention on yourself, you drop the statue, you forget about it, you keep running. It's fantastic for utility-wise, as simplistic as it sounds, okay? What are the notable things here on the left-hand side? On the left-hand side, well, mate, everything else is passive. So I try to do Resonant Fists to do a little bit of extra damage. I obviously, on the way to the Black Ox statue, I had to take some talents that happened to be useful. Don't worry about that. No, I did not take the Summon Jade Serpent statue because I'm not a healer, and no, I didn't take the White Tiger statue because I'm not a Wind Walker to generate extra AoE damage. So left-hand side is rather boring, rather basic, rather boring. Right-hand side, lots of different ways to go about it. I welcome your opinions in terms of if you think that I'm missing something, but this works for me rather well. All I do here, my friends, again, I invest as much as possible into passive things, and I have taken the healing elixir, things like that. I have seen people who have skipped it, and I am taking my journey here at the end of the day to Storm Stout's last keg. So keg smash deals increased damage and has one additional charge. You absolutely need it. You absolutely need it. To be honest with you, in my humble opinion, Blizzard should just make this out of the box. It should be in Brewmaster's sort of arsenal straight away without you having to invest into this skill, because I do not know how can you play a Brewmaster without having that second charge, and extra damage helps as well. So that's pretty much all there is to really say about Brewmasters. Now let's take a look very quickly at my unpretentious, not pretending this to be the best in the world, setup. Let's get off my little flying horsey. You can see that most important thing that the standard UI of Brewmasters in World of Warcraft, even with all the UI updates that they've done, and they've done very well, Blizzard, what they have not done is they have not given us out of the box a very good way to track your stagger. Stagger is the mechanic, is the defensive mechanic of Brewmasters. If you don't know, well, here you go, you're welcome. It is how you control the amount of damage that's staggered on you and that is being dealt to you over time. You need to purify that stagger so that that ticking dot of damage on you doesn't become too much, and either solo you can't keep up with it with your self-healing abilities, or your healer cannot keep up with you, in addition to mobs also bashing on your face. Makes sense? Very, very simple concept. In order to track that, I will even start with most important thing. The most important thing is this absolutely amazing, absolutely freaking amazing Weak Aura. It shows to you all the necessary information about how much it's ticking for. It changes the color. It does all sorts of things that are fantastic, and you need to see it. So naturally, when it gets too high, you purify it. Purifying the stagger is very simple. You use purifying brew over here. Yes, once you purify the brew, it also increases the next absorption of your celestial brew by up to 200%, depending on the amount of stagger. So the sequence here is very simple. You either just purify and you keep going as you go, or during the heavy periods of damage, you would purify first, and then you would use Celestial Brew to put that extra guard on yourself, extra shield on yourself. That's it. And beyond that, you are simply trying to feast weave, and in this particular case, it refers to, in a simplified way, to the fact that you do not use the same ability twice in a row. You're trying to alternate them. You do Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Sunrising Kick, Blackout Kick, stuff like that. You are alternating. You are using Keg Smash on cooldown. Keg Smash is our bread and butter. Keg Smash has 2 charges. I just ranted long enough for you to say I cannot imagine you being a good Brewmaster without being able to throw this keg a couple of times if you have to, if you really have to. Sequence here is that you Keg Smash whenever you can, you Keg Smash, and after you Keg Smash, you're doing the Breath of Fire. Because targets affected by Keg Smash will also burn, taking the fire damage additionally. How amazing is that? Beyond that, everything else is general mobility, roll, and that kind of stuff, and self-sustaining things, such as Expel Harm and such as Healing Elixir. That's it. Look, it's a simplified version of a Brewmaster. Again, not claiming it to be the best in the world. I have the oh crap buttons, such as the leg sweep. I can block entry of the enemies into the area where my healer is with some utility such as Ring of Peace. I have a couple of cooldowns here such as Dampen Harm and Diffuse Magic, and also Fortifying Brew. That already tells you there are so many cooldowns, so many buttons. Not a fan of that, but I have them. I have them. Yes, I click them. They are not key-bound, these bits for me, but I also, as you can see, I don't use them kind of in a generic situation of clearing, admittedly not very challenging content, but let's not forget that this monk has not been touched for a very long time. We are in 10.2.5 patch right now, recording this, and look at my item level. Okay, I have shown you in some other guides that I have some characters that are reanimated for the purpose of these guides to make them genuine, that have 380. 380, okay? This guy is climbing up there into the 400s, but you can see that it's a pretty squishy tank right now. So and he's doing fine with all these extra utility options and other kind of things. That is it, my friends. I think that this should get you restarted or started, depending how you're entering 10.2.5 and beyond. I think that this build will hold. It held for me for quite some time. And I am enjoying Monk whenever I play Monk. Monk is busy work. Monk is busy, and I do not want to suddenly change this into why should you play Monk? But Monk is fun. Monk is definitely fun. Monk is a breath of fresh air in tanks, in my lineup of tanks, after I played something, straight as a stick and rather simplistic for quite some time, such as Protection Paladin. So, yes. And that's it, my friends. I welcome requests, I welcome questions, I welcome comments, I welcome contributions, as long as we always remain mutually respectful and contributing to this discussion in a positive way in the comments below the video. So all the links, import strings, other kind of stuff are in the description, as well as the link with the discount code to get some lovely, awesome print t-shirts. If you would like to look a bit better while you're playing the game in your mom's basement, go into the description of the video, click on the link, get yourself some shirts, help me out, buy me a coffee effectively, and buy yourself a nice some apparel, and go shine, my friend, go shine outside and inside the game. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.